So in the last week and a bit, I've heard lots of arguments against what I'm doing from so-called experts in the media. And granted, I am personally not an expert, so all of the comments that I reply with are just my opinion based on my own personal experience. But I think it's relevant. So I've heard you're not going to get enough protein, you're not going to get enough iron, vitamin C deficiency, you're going to get scurvy, you're going to get bowel cancer from lack of fibre, you're going to get all sorts of things. It's all a load of crap. This guy's an idiot because he doesn't know nutrition, whatever. Yes, those things I plan on refuting at some stage, but for now they're not the most interesting thing to me because they're so easy to knock back. All you have to do is just spend 2 minutes online, go to Chronometer or some other nutrient tracker, plug in some information and you've got the answers, and then people will realise that they're wrong about what they think about the potato. So that's easy and a bit boring. The comment that I find the most interesting that I've heard a lot over the last week or so is about moderation. And today, this morning, there was another article written by CTV News in Canada, and the article was quite good. I was happy with the article, but the expert comment at the end, I can't remember who it was from, and it doesn't really matter because heaps of people have said it, is moderation. Why doesn't he try moderation? Moderation's the key. Eat everything in moderation. It's okay to have a chocolate cake every now and then. Everything in moderation. That's the way to do it. And I've heard that a lot of times. And I think it's a strange one. It's a strange thing to say. Part of me wants to just get my sarcastic hat on and go, what's that you say? Moderation. Let me get my notepad out. I go, oh, hang on, here we are. All right, I've got my pen. Now, how do you spell it? Moderation. Talk to me about moderation. What is moderation? Oh, yeah. Oh, interesting. Oh, so you can eat some things but not other things, and you can have a chocolate cake every now and then. Oh, I like that. I like that. Nice one. Do they forget they're talking to an addict? Do they forget that? How do they forget that? Why is food addiction so much different? I've just come at this from a logical point of view. I've arrived at what I'm doing by trying to treat myself as any other addict. Go cold turkey off food like a drug addict would go cold turkey off drugs. Would these same experts go to a heroin addict and just go, you know what? Heroin, just every now and then. Moderation, all things in moderation, it's the key. And you alcoholic over there, just have one beer every now and then. You know what? For an alcoholic, one beer, ooh, I'll just have one beer, it'll be okay. Let me just have one beer. Ooh, that might be the last thing I remember before waking up in the morning in a pool of their own vomit, and their only memory is, ooh, just one beer will do. Come on now, people. We know that's a weird thing to suggest for an alcoholic or a heroin addict or a gambler. Oh, just go to the horse races once and just have one bet. Half an hour at the pokies won't hurt you. No, half an hour at the pokies will become all night at the pokies and you'll have no money left. That's what happens with addicts. So, we treat food addicts differently though. We say, oh, all things in moderation. Just have one slice of pizza. I'll tell you what, if I have one slice of pizza, I'm eating the whole damn pizza. That's just how it works. Yeah, it's just a weird idea to me. I feel like saying that, you know what? You should take your moderation message and you should go to schools and you should talk to the kids in health classes and you should say, hey kids, here's what you do. Everything in moderation. You can have a piece of chocolate cake every now and then. See you later. You're done. That's all the health lesson you need. Everything in moderation. It's all good. It's that simple. I'll tell you what, I don't reckon there's a fat person on earth that has not tried moderation at some point in time. That just doesn't, I think every single fat person has tried moderation more than once. Probably over a number of years, they've tried it a number of times each year. If moderation was so simple, we wouldn't have an obesity problem. People talk about moderation like, oh, just everything in moderation. It's easy, just do it. Like, no, it's not easy. That's why we have so many fat people. So let's, rather than just shooting down someone that comes up with a different idea that's out of the box and something away from the status quo and trying something new, how about rather than just shooting them down with tired old talking about moderation, how about we go, you know what? This is something that's never been done before, and I don't know how it's going to end. Why don't we just wait and see before we cast a judgment and tell this guy to try moderation as though he's never heard of it before? Moderation. Yeah, moderation, it's not that simple. For some people, you need to, and at the moment I think I'm one of them, you need to just cut out the thing that's bad for you and not do it anymore. Like, and a drug addict needs to stop taking drugs. It's that simple. An alcoholic needs to stop drinking alcohol. A food addict, well, who knows? Maybe this is going to work for me or maybe it won't. But my theory is let's treat it the same way. See what happens. Nobody knows what's going to happen, including me, because it hasn't been done before. So, moderation. There's 2 points, really. That's the first point. I'm trying to treat this the same way as any other addiction, and that's the approach I'm taking. So, let's see what happens. Moderation has failed me in the past, and I have failed moderation. So, let's try something else. Let's try abstinence. Maybe it's going to work. Maybe it's not. There's also a second part to the answer, and that is that no one who has ever been seriously good at something has done that thing in moderation. I want to be the healthiest that I can possibly be. That's what I'm aiming for. I'm not aiming to be moderately healthy. Moderation, in my opinion, leads to mediocrity. All right? I don't want to be moderately healthy. I want to be super healthy. I want to be supremely healthy. And I want to do that so that I can be the best husband I can be, the best father I can be, the best athlete I can be, the best version of myself that I can possibly be. And sorry, but I don't think moderation is going to get me there. All right? I think that if you want extreme results, then you need to do extreme things. Imagine, let's take Roger Federer. Let's imagine that Roger Federer grew up playing tennis in moderation. Do you think he would be where he is today if he practiced tennis in moderation instead of hours on hours every day? Or would Tiger Woods be one of the best golfers of all time if he practiced golf any less than he did? Like if he let's just play a bit of golf every now and then. No, he's not going to be one of the best golfers in history. What if Mozart practiced music just a bit every now and then, in moderation? Just do some music in moderation, Mozart. No, that's not how it works. If you want to be any of these amazing, great things, moderation is not going to get you there. So, with that in mind, I have chosen to shun moderation as a method of repairing my own health. I think moderation, obviously there are lots of people that moderation works for, and good on them, no problem. If moderation is working for you, then keep doing moderation. Great. There are some people, and I think I'm one of them, that moderation doesn't work for and hasn't worked for in the past, and that's been, my whole life I've been trying moderation. So for these people to just comment and say, oh, this guy should try moderation. Oh, please. Like it's not been done before, like I haven't tried. Come on. So, anyway, there you go. There's my 2 answers. Moderation. You wouldn't tell a drug addict to take drugs moderately. You wouldn't tell an alcoholic to take alcohol moderately. Why are you telling a food addict to eat chocolate cake moderately? Come on. Have a think. Let's just try something different here and be open to new ideas. And you wouldn't tell Roger Federer to play tennis moderately. You wouldn't tell Mozart to practice music moderately. You wouldn't tell Picasso to practice painting moderately, in moderation, because they all know that moderation leads to mediocrity. And I don't want mediocre health. I want supreme 10 out of 10 health. Moderation's not going to get me there, in my opinion. And I'm not an expert, so really, who cares what my opinion is? If you care, then subscribe to the page below, comment below, like the Facebook page. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Cheers.